In the latest episode of General Hospital, Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, and Jagger Cates, Adam Harrington, also known as John Cates, are at loggerheads due to the situation surrounding Jason Morgan, Steve Burton. Anna is siding with international criminals like Valentin Cassadine, James Patrick Stewart, and she risks her credibility and is now being questioned by Jagger. The episode took a dramatic turn when Jason heads to Quantico for an undercover operation. Anna, who promised to save Jason, is now in a predicament, so her actions compromise her position as a law enforcement officer. Moreover, Jagger's growing involvement with Iva Jerome, Maura West, a former mob boss, is adding an interesting twist to the narrative. With Jason's safety hanging in the balance, it's yet to be seen if Anna will fulfill her promise and save him from this precarious situation, or if she'll further compromise her integrity. The intense performances by the actors have kept the viewers hooked to the show, eagerly waiting for the next episode. Get all your daily General Hospital spoilers and news here at Gossip for American, and stay tuned for updates on your favorite characters' fates. Sure, here's a creative story titled Can Anna Stop Jagger and Save Jason? For you? Can Anna stop Jagger and save Jason? Asterisk asterisk. Anna stood on the cliff's edge, the wind whipping her hair around her face as she gazed down at the roiling sea below. The waves crashed violently against the rocks, sending sprays of salty water high into the air. Somewhere out there, her brother Jason was in grave danger, and she was the only one who could save him. It all started 2 weeks ago when Jason had disappeared without a trace. Anna and Jason had always been close, their bond forged through years of shared adventures and mutual trust. So when Jason failed to show up for their weekly hiking trip, Anna knew something was terribly wrong. She had searched everywhere, but there had been no sign of him. That was until she found the note. The note was tucked under the windshield wiper of her car, written in a hurried, almost frantic scrawl. It read, "Anna, they've taken me. It's Jagger. You have to stop him. Find the amulet. Save me. Jason." Anna's heart had pounded in her chest as she read the note. Jagger was a name she hadn't heard in years, not since their childhood when their parents told them stories of the ruthless treasure hunter who would stop at nothing to get what he wanted. She had always thought he was just a myth, a boogeyman to keep them in line. But now, it seemed he was very real. Anna knew she had to act fast. She had no idea where Jagger might have taken Jason, but she did know where to start looking for the amulet. Their parents had always been fascinated by ancient artifacts, and the amulet had been one of their most prized possessions. It was said to have mystical powers, capable of granting immense power to whoever possessed it. If Jagger had taken Jason, it was likely because he wanted the amulet. The first place Anna searched was their old family home, a rambling mansion filled with hidden rooms and secret passages. She spent hours combing through dusty attics and forgotten basements, but there was no sign of the amulet. Frustrated and exhausted, she was about to give up when she remembered something her father used to say. The key to finding what you're looking for is to look where you least expect it. With renewed determination, Anna turned her attention to the garden. It was a wild, overgrown tangle of vines and bushes, a place she had spent countless hours playing as a child. She searched every inch of it, and just when she was beginning to lose hope, she saw it. Hidden in the hollow of an old oak tree was a small, intricately carved box. With trembling hands, she opened it, and there, nestled in a bed of velvet, was the amulet. Anna didn't have time to marvel at her discovery. She knew she had to get to Jason as quickly as possible. Clutching the amulet tightly, she raced back to her car and sped towards the cliffs. She had a hunch that Jagger would be there, waiting for her. As she approached the cliffs, she saw a figure standing at the edge, silhouetted against the setting sun. It was Jagger, and beside him, bound and gagged, was Jason. Anna's heart clenched at the sight of her brother. She knew she had to act fast. "Jagger," she shouted, holding up the amulet. "Let him go. I have what you want." Jagger turned to face her, a sinister smile spreading across his face. "Ah, Anna, I knew you would come. You're just as clever as your parents were. But I'm afraid it's too late for your brother. The amulet is mine." Anna's mind raced as she tried to think of a way to save Jason. She knew Jagger wouldn't give up the amulet easily. She had to outsmart him. With a deep breath, she stepped closer to the edge, holding the amulet out over the abyss. "Take one more step, and I'll drop it," she threatened. "You'll never get your hands on it." Jagger's eyes narrowed, and for a moment, Anna saw a flicker of uncertainty in his gaze. She pressed her advantage. "Let Jason go, and the amulet is yours," she said, her voice steady. "Harm him, and it goes into the sea." For a tense moment, they stood there, the only sounds the crashing waves and the howling wind. Then, with a snarl of frustration, Jagger stepped back, releasing Jason. "Fine," he spat. "But if you think this is over, you're sorely mistaken." Anna didn't wait to see what he would do next. She ran to Jason, cutting the ropes that bound him. Together, they backed away from the cliff, keeping their eyes on Jagger. "Are you okay?" she asked, her voice shaking with relief. Jason nodded, his face pale but determined. "Thanks to you." They turned and fled, not stopping until they were far from the cliffs and the sinister figure of Jagger was just a distant memory. As they caught their breath, Jason looked at Anna, his eyes filled with gratitude. "You saved my life," he said softly. "I don't know how to thank you." Anna smiled, holding the amulet tightly. "You don't have to. We're family. We look out for each other." As they walked away, the sun setting behind them, Anna knew that their adventure was far from over. But for now, they were safe, and that was all that mattered. Hope you enjoyed the story. If you need any changes or have any more requests, feel free to ask.